Alright, so let's talk about how to remove Atlas OS, shall we? Alright, so basically we're going to come in here and there's like basically two ways to do this. Okay, so if we're on Windows 10, right, we want to type in Windows Media Creation Tool, and the same thing applies for Windows 11. So we're going to click Create Installation Media. If you're on Windows 10, you're going to click here, click Windows 10, and then download this. If you're on Windows 11, you're going to click Windows 11 and then download this. All right, great. So once we have that downloaded, what we're going to go ahead and do, so I'm just going to like go through the motions here. We're going to click this, we're going to hit yes, and then this is going to pop up and say, getting a few things ready, da 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 da, right? Okay, so in order for us to do this, there is one other tool that we need, and that is called 7-zip. And we're just going to type in 7zip.org into the browser, and that's going to take us here. You can also just like Google it and then just type 7-zip, and that will also take you here. Okay, cool. So we're just going to hit download here. And once this is downloaded, we're going to hit open and then hit yes. And then we're going to hit install. We're going to hit close, and then we're done. That's all we need to do for that. All right. So once we do that, I'm going to close that down. And then we're going to go back to our little thing here. And then you can see use the recommended options. That's fine. If you don't want to, and you want to I would recommend just leaving this, to be honest with you. But all right, so we can do next, and we're gonna burn an ISO file to a DVD. Okay, so we're gonna do next here, and then now we're gonna create it on our desktop. And I want you guys to follow just along, just like what I'm doing here. So we're gonna do new folder, and we're gonna type in Windows Setup. Okay, and then inside of here, what we're going to do is we're going to save it, and we can just leave this to say Windows. We're going to double click Setup here. We're going to click Save, and then it's going to download that ISO. Now, I'm going to cut the video here, but this is just going to take a little bit of time to download, and then we'll be back, and then I'll show you the rest of the steps. All right, so what's going to happen now is you're going to see creating Windows Media after it's done downloading. And it's just going to kind of progress through here. This should not take long with my PC, but I might go ahead and pause the video here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll let you know when it's done. All right, and we're done. So here we go. We've got the file here. All we've got to do is just click on it, and it's gonna open up our Windows here, like basically like our file here. So we just click finish here. And this is just going to clean that up. Okay, great. So what this is an ISO file. And if we right click on here, we go to show more options, we go to 7-zip, we're going to do extract to Windows. And what that's going to do is that's going to extract out everything here. All we've got to do, double click, setup.exe, right here, click the setup file here. And then we just do next. And I'm not actually going to wipe my PC here, but please understand that when doing this, we are going to say, hey, don't keep anything, right? What just happened? Okay, here it goes. Um, so we're going to say, like, keep nothing, right? And then we're going to do next. Please understand, SSI claims no responsibility for following this video. So we cannot be held liable if you break your PC or whatever. In addition to that, finally, please understand, please back up your data before doing this at all. So if you're about to do it, wait, back up your data either to Google Drive or OneDrive or iCloud, whatever, right? And then, you're good, right? But just know that we are wiping everything. We're starting over. So like your usernames, your passwords, excuse me, all that is going to be gone. So just keep that in mind. And again, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here. Alright, so once this is done here, it's going to say please wait. It's going to go through all this. It may take a few minutes. I might actually pause the video so we're not wasting time here. All right, and then it'll say making sure your PC has enough space, and then once you're done with that, now we're gonna do, hey, we're gonna keep nothing, and then we're gonna hit next. And then I'm not gonna do this last step because I don't want to wipe my PC. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video here again. All right, and then it's gonna go ahead and check for updates here. This is basically just downloading Windows updates ahead of time to like to the setup package. So like when you reinstall Windows, you don't have as much updates to do. This is actually really useful and really helpful. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video again here. All right, cool. So basically, it's gonna say, "Hey, we need your attention," right? You can just hit OK here, and then all you gotta do is hit install, and you're done. That's it. That is how you remove Atlas.